I'm Gabriel Baliton, a nursing student from San Pablo Colleges. I am here to do the return demonstration of head and neck assessment. This head and neck assessment is to know if there are any abnormalities in his head and neck. But before that, we need to provide a client privacy and performing hand washing and explaining why I need to do this head and neck assessment to my client. So sir, let's start with assessing your hair and scalp. May you let me to touch those parts?
Okay.
I'm starting to inspect the hair. Her hair is thick and short. The color of his hair is black and a little bit oily. And there's a present of dandruff. And now I'm going to do the sideways parting of hair to know if there are no presence of lice, infiltrations, and pus. After assessing your hair, I am now going to examine your scalp. Will you let me touch those parts?
Okay.
Let me know if you feel any pain. The first one is I will examine the scalp. He has a round scalp, a normal one, and there is no contour and any symmetrical in his. So I will palpate the hair again to know the texture. He has a venous hair which is thin and short and very noticeable. I am here to examine his scalp if there are any presence of lesions and lumps. And then I am now examining the scalp for the presence of any infections. But unfortunately and luckily there are no presence of any lumps and lesions in his skull. This time I'm going to check his face. I noticed that he has a presence of acne and his lip is thick. I'm going to check if there are any abnormalities in the facial nerves of my patient. So sir, I am going to ask you to make facial expressions. Can you do the smiling, frowning, and wrinkling of the forehead? And now, after doing that and asking if he can do any facial expressions, my diagnosis is all normal. I will now start assessing the eyes of my patients. First thing to do is to external structures. I observed that my patients have a thick eyebrows and it is also aligned. I will now start inspecting his upper and lower eyelids and ask him to close his eyes. Sir, can you close his eyes? Now open it. I noticed that his upper and lower eyelids are all normal and functions very well. I will now check the bulbar and palpebral conjunctiva of my patient's eye. Sir, can you open your eyes widely? By inspecting it, the color of his bulbar conjunctiva is normally white. And the palpebral conjunctiva, the color is I will now inspect the areas of around the lacrimal glands of my patient's eye. Sir, can you close your eyes again? The tenderness of the lacrimal glands of my patients is normal. I will now start palpating the nasolacrimal glands of my patient. There is no blockage in his nasolacrimal glands after I inspect and palpate. I will now palpate the inside of the lower orbital rim of my patient by using my fingertips, the inner finger. It is, after palpating it, there is no lesions present. I will test my patient's corneal right reflex using my pen light. My patient has a corneal light reflex. After I proceeding to the visual fields, I will now check the peripheral vision of his eye. Sir, can you cover your one eye and look directly at my nose? Sir, where did you see the object first?
Lower part of my left side.
The other eye, can you cover your other eye? Look at directly at my nose. Again, sir, where did you see the object first?
Lower part of my right side.
Okay. As you can see, the peripheral vision of his eye and it is normal. And now I will check the reaction of the pupil of his eye to a light. There is a normal reaction on the pupil of his eye to a light. Sir, using this opaque card, can you cover your one eye again and focus on this object? The other one. The blinking movement of the eye of my patient is normal. Now I will check the 6 primary movements of his eye. Sir, follow the object. After checking it, the primary eye movement of his eye is normal. We will now proceed to the visual acuity. Can you please read it?
Which of the following models for community health nursing focuses on influencing the determinants of community health through public policy?
Sir, I will position I will position this book from afar. Can you read it?
Core Concepts 2, Concepts, Principles, and Processes in Community Health Nursing.
As you can see, the patient can read both near and afar. And now I will proceed to the nose. First one is to inspect the nose for shapes, flaring, discharges, and other characteristics. My patient nose is normal and no other discharges coming. I will palpate again the external nose of my client for the tenderness and other dislocation of bones. I noticed that there is no dislocation of bones at my client. I will palpate the frontal and maxillary sinuses to know if there are abnormalities. The frontal and maxillary sinuses of my patient is normal. And now I will percussing the frontal and maxillary sinuses of my patient's nose. It is to know the tenderness and conjunctions of his nose. After doing it, I noticed that the frontal and maxillary sinuses are all normal. Let's proceed to the ear. I'm going to inspect the auricle, helix, tragus, and lobule of the patient ear. After inspecting it, there is no lesions and discolorations present. After using the otoscope for auditory canal to inspect the color and discharges, there is all normal and no cerumen present. The tympanic membrane is color brown and the consistency of it is normal. After using the Weber's test and the Rhine test for the hearing ability, the patient's ability is all normal. The last part that I will going to assess is the neck. I will first going to palpate the forehead or posterior triangle of the neck for any enlargement of lymph nodes. There is no enlargement of lymph nodes. That I will going to palpate the back of the ears up to the chin, up to the under the chin, going to the anterior triangle for any enlargement of lymph nodes. Again, there is no present of enlargement. After that, I will going to palpate the left and right carotid arteries and the trachea. After palpating it, I noticed that there is a pulse present in the carotid arteries. We are almost done, but I will ask my patient to touch his chest using his chin. Tilt your head at the back and move your head sideways. I did this for the examining the range of motion. After performing the head and neck assessment, I will do the doffing of gloves, dispose it to the yellow trash bin, and perform hand washing. After that, I will do the documentary of all the things that I've done. Again, I am Gabriel Baliton, a nursing student from San Pablo Colleges. Thank you.